Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. So you guys actually saw me recently ceramic coat some new carbon parts for the F80 and we're going to be installing them on the car tonight. Now we're actually going to be installing new splitters. I'll go over as to why in a second, but we got some new beautiful splitters from Horizon Motorsport over here. Full carbon, really nice, fully ceramic coated, ready to go. And then over here we got a really nice carbon fiber J-style front lip that is going on the car. Now the reason why I'm actually replacing the splitters and the lip is mainly because of the splitters. If we look on the passenger side here, you can notice that the carbon fiber is yellowing and it's just not looking too great. You can really tell the difference between the Autotechnic CS style front lip and the splitter. Also the carbon up here, it's just not up to my spec. I bought the car with the splitters on here, and when I bought them I didn't notice the yellow as much, but once I put the front lip on almost a year ago now, it's been bothering me ever since. So I was like, you know what, whenever I get the time, whenever I get the courage to do this, I'm gonna go ahead and replace the splitters. So I was like, you know what, I'm taking off the front lip to remove the splitters. Let's change it up and try a different style lip. So another reason as to why I'm definitely doing this is because the other night I was actually looking at the splitters. You can see my fingerprints all over here, but I was like, oh, there's a little fuzz on there, whatever, and I wiped it and the clear coat just completely broke off. So that is a giant chip in there. So that gave me even more of a reason to remove these. Now, as you can see, I've already got this kind of pushed back a little bit because if you notice, you can actually see the permaseal, I believe is what they call it, underneath here. These were installed by BMW at the dealer when the car was new. These are supposedly OEM and performance splitters. We'll see when we take them off, but as you can see, the permaseal is actually, it kind of seeped through when they installed them. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I can get these off, but I actually went ahead and got it removed. But the permaseal is still on there. Once we get these off, I'll show you. So we'll see what we can do about that once we get them off the car. But yeah, I'm just happy I was at least able to remove the splitter from the bumper and it's not going to be a total mess. I may even just put the new splitters over top of that and just try to cut out that seepage right there so it looks much cleaner. But as you can see on the other side, it's not yellowing, at least not as much. It doesn't look as bad, but we're going to go ahead and remove that as well. Plus, if you look here, they're not installed that great. They're not pushed all the way back. It's kind of this gap here, which always bothered me. So I'm happy I'm replacing those. But let's go ahead and start removing the front lip first, since that needs to come off first, since the lip is screwed through the splitters underneath, and then we can go ahead and get to removing these splitters and see what we're up against. But so I'm going to jack the front end up a little bit so I can gain access under there, get to all the screws, and take the front lip off. All right, so we got the front lip off. It was held on by some self-tappers and some double-sided tape in the front there. And here is the lip. Still in good shape, but as you can tell, I definitely scraped a little bit on the little tabs that stick kind of further down than the lip, just on the tabs. Otherwise, the lip is actually pretty decent. Did scrape a little bit there and a little bit there, but it's not seen on the front side or when it's on the car at all. So still in good shape. Gonna hang on to that as a spare for now. But as I mentioned the other night, I was kind of playing around with this, seeing if I can get it off, and I already started to get it off. I just used some fishing line and got underneath and kind of cut through it, and I was able to get it off. So let's see if we can. Oh boy, look at all that. Ugh, that's not gonna be fun. But yeah, let me just try to get this side off here, and then we can move on to the other side. Wow, I got lucky. So as you guys saw, I just peeled all the glue off because there was PPF under there. So they put the PPF on and then the splitters. So really happy with that. Beautiful finish on here. Still got some residue that is gonna come off. But man, I got lucky. I did have to make a cut right here on the PPF. because otherwise it would just pull it up when I took the stuff off. But man, how lucky am I? Beautiful. Got a perfect painted bumper under here. I was fearing that this glue was going to be on there. I was just going to stick the new one on and be done with it. But yeah, I am super happy with that. I just got to get all this remaining glue off and, you know, the adhesive, but perfect paint underneath. Pretty awesome. So we have confirmed this is not an OEM BMW M Performance splitter. If you look underneath, we got BJ03. So if we go ahead and look on the new splitters, BJ03. So these most likely are the exact same ones that are on here. So who knows if they're going to yellow over time. I mean, as I mentioned, when I got the car, they were like this. So who knows how long they were on before they started yellowing. Not to mention these things aren't expensive at all, you know, the aftermarket ones. And I've already ceramic coated these, so hopefully they'll hold up a little bit better. But either way, it's going to be easy to remove since I'm just using double-sided tape this time. But yeah, so I was under the impression and was told that these are M Performance ones. So there you go. Definitely not. But these, well, I was going to say, these could probably be refinished. They probably can. But I just don't think it's worth it. So I'm probably just going to end up tossing these. And yeah, so all right, let's go ahead and move on to this one. Kind of do the same scenario here. And hopefully, well, I know there's PPF under there and we should be good. All right, guys, we got the driver's side off, came off just as easy. Everything looks super duper clean and nice. I did notice there's some residue still here. But there is actually a little boo-boo underneath. Scraping, where was it? Oh yeah, right here from the previous owner. So I'm wondering if that's why they put these splitters on. But yeah, that was hidden underneath. Not a big deal. I eventually, well, at least my plan is, I would eventually like to go to a Euro bumper, which basically doesn't have the side reflectors here. It's just kind of deleted. So I've eventually like to do that, depending on how long I keep this car. But if we do that, then I'll just obviously get the whole bumper repainted, because you have to. But eventually that's kind of where I'm going, or would like to go, you know, down the line. But for now, this works fine. And man, it looks so funky without a lip in the splitters. It looks so naked. But yeah, let's go ahead and start installing the new splitters. I'm just going to use some double-sided tape, the black kind, the really strong adhesive. I forget which one I have. Let's see. This one. This is the 3M Extreme mounting tape. So I'm most likely going to probably install it, just put a strip there, strip on the bottom, strip on the side, and maybe do, I'll see. I don't want to put it too close to the edge because then it kind of messes up the fitment, because it doesn't sit as close to the bumper as I like. So on these, the eyebrows, or what are these called, the fangs, I didn't put any tape here, so it sits flat against the bumper, because if I put tape there, it was kind of bumped out. So it's kind of the same situation here. I don't want to get too close to the edge. But yeah, let me go ahead and clean this up, get all the extra adhesive off, and then we can install the splitters, and then we can throw the front lip on. All right, guys, so we got the driver's side on. Fitment, absolutely perfect. I was trying to push it down as close as I possibly could. This is the place where it sat nice and even on all corners. Goes all the way back. You actually tuck it under this little grate right here. So it goes all the way back, so there's no paint showing or anything like that. Nice and flat against the bumper right here. Sides, goes all the way back. Covers a decent amount underneath as well. So really happy with it. I didn't even bother putting any tape underneath because it's going to be drilled right through, and I'm telling you, just the 1, 2, 3, and 4 pieces of double-sided tape is more than enough. This thing is going to be tough to take off if I ever need to. But yeah, it's on. Looks so much better, nice and clean. Obviously, I got to wipe it down with all my fingerprints once I'm all done. But let's go ahead and move on to the passenger side, get that done, and then we can put the front lip on, which I'm most excited about. All right, guys, we got the driver's side on. Fits beautifully as well. There's no crazy gaps or anything. Everything is nice and flush with the bumper, looking amazing. It's so nice to have a nice, clean, non-yellow piece of carbon right there. It's such an eyesore. I'm so happy I finally did that. And thankfully, we had the PPF on there, which made it even easier. Looking awesome, super happy. Again, it fits so flush all the way up against the vent here. So I know some of the cheaper ones, they don't go all the way back, so you see your paint color kind of back here. And they even say to put some vinyl, some black vinyl back there so it blends in, but obviously I didn't need to do that. These actually tuck underneath the little grates there, so perfect. All right, super duper happy. So now we can move on to the main event, the J-style front lip on here. I am super excited to get this on. I love the GT4 style looking lips, but I just prefer that one. I love how it looks and everything about it. It's kind of my favorite lip on the F80. So yeah, let's go ahead and throw that on. Now the way that I'm gonna do this is kind of mock it up and kind of get it centered or in position the way or the place that I want it. And then I'm going to make my first drill on either corner so it's in position, and then I can kind of work my way around. Usually I start in the middle, but with lips like this, I like to start at the end here so it lines up with the bumper perfectly. And then kind of just manipulate it and work it where it should sit nice and comfortable and not any stress or anything like that around the front there. So let me go ahead and kind of play around with it a little bit, and then we can get to drilling using some 1/4 inch self taps. I'm gonna probably put some double-sided tape on the top of the lip here just for extra reassurance. It's exactly what I did here, as you can see some of it there. All right, let me go ahead, play around with the lip a little bit, get it in position, and then we can get it on the car. I'm super excited. All right, guys, quick little mock-up. Quick jacks comes clutch in again. I'm using the blocks that you use for the quick jacks. I got a bunch of different sizes and everything, but I got some microfibers under there to kind of hold it up as well. But here we go. I mean, look at the fitment. I got it right where I want it. I got it perfectly on the edge there. And if we come around, same thing on this side, perfectly on the edge, looking perfect. And it's nice and even up front. And the really cool thing about this lip, when you kind of push this lip back, it goes into place. There's almost kind of a lip behind there, and it sits nicely in there. And there's a little indent where these splitters go, so it's kind of hard to mess this up. But you just kind of want to make sure the gapping right here and also on this side is nice and even. But yeah, I am loving that look. Love the larger looking lip, how it bumps out a little bit more, kind of that extra splitter around there. And yeah, love that the lip comes out on the sides a little bit to kind of widen the front end. Man, oh man. All right, so what I'm gonna do is probably drill in each corner, a self tap, and then I'm going to lower the front a little bit and then put some double-sided tape there, stick it up, and then we can go ahead and put all these self taps in and we should be good. So the main part, as I mentioned, you want to make sure that the edges are even and it's sticking out the same on either side. I've already measured and everything, so we're good. Plus there's a little kind of line there that you can line it up, and it kind of matches perfectly with the bumper there. So pretty easy to line up, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, let me throw in some screws on the corners and then we can get everything else set. All right guys, so I got the corner screwed in and I put one strip of double-sided tape up until this hole. So it's gonna be completely hidden when it's up there. But yeah, so this allows me some room. So now I just gotta peel that off, kind of put it into place, which it already is because of the side screws, and then just go along and drill all the pre-drilled holes in there. And we'll be set. I'm really stoked about this. It's looking awesome. Wow guys, check that out. Honestly, one of the best fitting lips I have ever installed on any car. Even the Auto Technic one. That was okay, but it didn't even line up perfectly with the bumper here. This one does, and it went up so easily. There's no crazy gaps or anything here. Everything is super easy to line up because it's got those indents for the splitters, and also obviously the ends kind of bump out the same on either side. And as I mentioned, there's kind of a line, like a provision of where it lines up with the bumper, and man, oh man, look at that. That is so sick. I am so happy I decided to do this. I was back and forth if I should install this or not and just put that one on again. But man, hopefully I don't crack this one, because I believe this one's a little bit lower than that one. We'll see. I know it sticks out further, which is not a problem. I'm more concerned about the overall height of this one, the thickness of it. But it honestly shouldn't really be that much thicker. I think it's around the same in terms of, it's kind of flat right there. So I don't know. I think we'll be okay. Obviously, time will tell. I've been driving on that one for nearly a year. It's got some scrapes, but that's because of, as I mentioned, those tabs that hung down lower. This one does not have those, so I think we'll be okay. I am super thrilled with that look. Honestly, I think it works so much better with the bumper, nice and even straight across, and reminds me a lot of the OEM M Performance trunk spoiler that I got back here. So it's nice and even. It kind of flows really nicely. And I got the M Performance style side skirts on, so it kind of flows really nicely and works really well with my car. But yeah, so I just realized every single carbon piece that I have in the car, except for the mirrors, is by Horizon Motorsports. So Horizon Motorsports lip, splitters, fangs, eyebrows, side skirts, diffuser. Oh, I guess the OEM M Performance rear spoiler. That was no exception. I had to run the OEM one. I think that one looks the best. And these are Auto Technic, which fit really, really nicely as well. But yeah, so seriously, I'm super happy with the Horizon Motorsports stuff. I actually installed some stuff on my buddy's G80 and everything looks beautiful. So if you guys are looking for some really nice fitting quality carbon parts that look this good, 100% hit up Horizon Motorsports. I've been so thrilled with all the stuff. Alex is a fantastic guy and gets stuff shipped on time, good prices and everything. I honestly can't recommend them enough. But all right, so let me clean up the shop, the garage here, get the car back on the ground and see what this thing looks like. I'm really excited because I haven't driven this car in a few weeks, and I wanted to get the lip on and everything situated and the new splitter on and all that. So now that we got that all done, I'm excited to drive this tomorrow. So let me clean up, show you what it looks like on the ground, and then tomorrow I'll get you some better exterior shots so you guys can really see how this thing looks. All right, guys, got everything on the ground. Holy crap, that's pretty darn low. If you guys want to see exactly how low, I've already measured, but I'm exactly 2 inches from the ground, actually a little bit less. So it should be interesting. The corners, they kind of angle up a little bit. I'm at 3 inches on the corners. So should be interesting. Yeah, we got 3 inches. Should be interesting, but the other one was very low as well. And we should see how this one fares, but it looks so aggressive. I can only imagine how aggressive this car looks coming down the road with this lip. My God. If worse comes to worse, if this ends up getting trashed, I still have my CS style one that I can throw on there and be good. But man, look at that. Same color carbon, same thing. Super happy with it. But all right, guys, I am going to call it a night. Kind of late, as you can see. I'm going to catch back up with you guys tomorrow. I plan on driving the car, so I'll get some exterior shots, some beauty shots, and kind of let you guys know what I think overall. But I will say, very, very happy. Fitment, quality, the look, everything about it, A+. And I couldn't be more ecstatic that I got that yellow splitter off the car. But all right, guys, I will catch back up with you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, daytime shots. Obviously, you guys can see I am driving the car and it's still on. It is definitely very, very low. I have to be pretty careful coming into entrances and driveways and kind of steeper ramps and all that stuff. But for the most part, I have driven everywhere that I normally drive and I'm pretty much good. It did scrape underneath a little bit, but that's to be expected when you are sitting this low. Now, one thing to note, that if you are driving this low and you have a front lip like this and you are this high off the ground or this low off the ground, you do have to kind of expect that it is a disposable. You got to understand that most likely it will crack, you will scrape. So if you are kind of nervous about that, this is not for you. It's not for the faint of heart. But for me, this is just kind of where I like to have my cars and how they look, and it's just everything about it. I absolutely love it. And now that I finally got some proper splitters on there that are not yellow, it just looks so much better. I'm just so much happier with the look and everything about it. The car is truly coming together with the seats and just everything I've done over the last little over a year now, and the car is just looking and feeling fantastic. I love the driving position of the seats and everything, which I plan on doing a review of the seats very, very soon. I just wanted to get some seat time in it. But as I kind of showed you in the install video, the fitment of this lip is absolutely perfect. It's perfect on either side of the bumper, so there's no crazy weird fitment issues or anything like that. Everything bolts right up nicely to the front bumper. There's no gaps or anything, and it just looks absolutely menacing. I love the look of this lip. To me, it's just a more aggressive CS style, where the CS kind of bumps in right here, goes in, then bumps back down. Get a little bit more carbon, a little bit more aggressive in my opinion. And to me, I think this look really suits the F80 very well. My favorite angle of the lip is right here, where you can see it kind of bud out. It really suits the car well. It's kind of the GT4 style, which is my favorite look on the E9X as well as the F80. And this just really hits home for me. It looks perfect. I still have my CS lip, so if I ever decide to change or I want to swap it out or whatnot, I can certainly do that. But man, look at that side profile. Looks pretty darn insane. Again, huge shout out to Horizon Motorsports for supplying the lip and the splitters, and just an amazing service. I've been so happy with all of their products and just everything about it. So if you guys are looking for some nice quality, good fitting carbon parts, or any part for that matter, Alex can get it for you guys. But as for this one, I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed the install. I hope you guys enjoyed the new look. My car, I feel, is finally ready to be seen. I feel like I finally got it to the point where I'm really happy with it. And Impact is coming up, is right around the corner in a couple weeks, so I'm excited to kind of go there. If you guys are in the tri-state area, or you are traveling to Impact in the Poconos, I will be there. I will be in the green lot, so my car will be there, and it'll be cool to meet some of you guys and check out some awesome M cars. But that's gonna do it for this one, guys. I'm gonna leave a link below for everything that we installed in this video. If you guys have any other questions at all about the car, the lip, the install, or anything, please let me know in the comments below. But in the meantime, keep it clean, keep it simple, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.